Hey guys, how are we doing today? So another video that I'm making for YouTube. This one is non-fitness related. I didn't train today. Today is my rest day and I am at my new happy place, which was on my previous video. Look at that, Newt Pond. So I'm just getting my steps in, done my grocery shop today at Aldi. Got everything that I need, so I am just enjoying my last couple of days of freedom before I start work on the 1st. I had a bit of an intention set, a plan on what I was going to do for this video, but I'm just going to wing it and just basically just say what's on my mind, really. On my previous video, I talked a little bit about positive and negative thinking and what that manifests into. I am a big and strong believer of the power of manifestation. I've always have been. Certain things have happened throughout my lifetime that has altered that reality. Almost dropped the phone. So for a long time I didn't have any confidence within myself. I didn't have any self-worth. I had insecurities about me, and I just didn't think I deserved anything. I didn't think that I felt that I didn't deserve anything good in my life, and that stems from my childhood. It goes from when my parents got divorced when I was really young, and I just never got over that, and other things as well, which I don't want to go into too much detail. But because of that, I basically felt that I just didn't deserve anything. And that feeling that I had throughout my childhood, that's basically stuck with me, well, up until now, up until recently. And because of that, it altered, and it consciously and subconsciously altered the way how I thought, how I perceived things, and how I made certain life decisions throughout my life. And because of the way how I thought, because of I didn't have any self-confidence within myself, it showed on the outside world. So basically how I felt on the inside reflected on what my outer reality was. So yeah, I'm a big believer in that. And all throughout last year, I'm getting attacked by a duck. Mr. Ducky here does not like me, hissing at me and shit. So basically last year, well, even more than that, I was going through a phase of negative thinking, negative thoughts, and every single negative thought that I was thinking about eventually physically manifested. And I just kept on having that chain reaction, that bad habit of negative thinking that something bad is going to happen, thinking that I don't deserve things, I don't deserve to be happy. And lo and behold, all of that manifested physically. So I decided to make a change, stop thinking like that. I came to a point where I said to myself, you're not this broken soul, you're not this hollow, empty shell, you are whole and complete. And I've adopted that mindset that I am whole and complete, that I'm not broken, and that my past experiences does not define who I am. And because of that shift of thinking, that shift of consciousness, it actually has changed everything around me. Fair enough, I haven't, manifested what I actually really wanted, and that's, to win the lottery. I mean, hey, who doesn't want to do that, But it's just the way how you think really does have an effect on you. And past 6 weeks, okay, longer than that, 8 weeks, I have been going through this transition of where my consciousness is at another level. And this might seem so weird to a lot of you guys. You're probably thinking, what is Rez talking about? He's talking gibberish. but it's just the way how I have evolved, so to speak. And I would say that being on lockdown has triggered that, has helped that, has instigated that, has kickstarted that. In my previous video, I said that without the negatives, there will be no positives. I'm a strong believer in that. Look at my situation now. I was in a job in the fitness industry at Snap, and obviously lockdown happened, and it made me think, right, I need to do something. This is bad. I don't know how long we are going to be on lockdown for. I don't know how long I can be on furlough for, the money that was coming in with the furlough pay, because I've got debts to clear off, and that's one of my main goals. And I set myself a goal. Actually, I set this goal back in January, December time, but that's another topic. Around that sort of time, around December leading up to January, in my head I was thinking, I'm going to move back home to Cambridge. And I was making the steps to do that. I was applying for jobs. Yes, I was, at the time I was applying for jobs in the fitness industry. I applied for, had interviews at David Lloyd, Pure Gym, and some smaller chains in Cambridge, but also branching out as well to get me out of my comfort zone. And long and behold, I managed to get this job at the care home in Haverhill, where I'm now living. But anyway, kind of gone off topic slightly. Yes, where was I? What was I trying to get at? Yes, in my head I was thinking, I'm going to get this job. I'm going to get this job. So, I'm sorry, no, I'm not going to get this job. I'm going to move back home to Cambridge. But yes, I did get the job. Applied. So this care home job, I applied for. That was back in January. I had the interview. Didn't hear nothing back. Then, obviously, I was waiting for my DBS to go through, and that took ages. That took so long, and I stopped thinking about it. I stopped thinking about it. I let it go. I detached from it, and as soon as I detached from it, boom! It came through. Email from the care home asking when can I start, and I was like, whoa, okay, cool. And that kick-started the change of the way how I thought inside, if that makes sense. I'm thinking, right, I've been wanting to go back home to Cambridge for the past 10 years, and it's actually happening. And it just altered everything, the way how I think, the way how I perceive things. I used to be a very doom and gloom person. Very doom and gloom. If you used to ask anyone from Basildon to describe me, like, oh, what's Rez? Oh, he is one grumpy mother, Oh, Rez, he's got a resting bitch face. But now, the reason why I was like that is because within me, I felt that. I felt that, I was just negative. I had all these negative vibes, lower frequency vibes. And now my vibrations, I sit higher now because I'm thinking positive. I'm feeling positive. I'm feeling good about myself. I am loving myself, which is something that I never ever used to do. I used to seek love from the outside. But the more I started to love myself, the more everything around me just started to flow and feel much better. You could call it the law of attraction if you guys believe in that kind of stuff. That is something, the law of attraction is something that I've always believed in, but never sort of had a conscious mind to it. It's now, over the past 6 to 8 weeks, it's starting to happen. And the way how things are for me is that I love myself. I don't need to find love because I am love. I am whole and complete. And that's the way how I perceive things, and that's the way how I feel now, and that's the way how I will be feeling. And yes, moving back home to my hometown, well, obviously I'm not in my hometown, I'm in Haverhill, which is just outside of Cambridge, only 15-20 minutes, but still Charlotte. It's brought out this high vibrational frequency that is coming out of me. for a long time, well, ever since I moved to Basildon, I felt that I wasn't at home. I didn't feel at home. There was one place in Essex that I did really feel at home, where I felt, yes, this is good, but I don't want to talk about that. And now, being back at my place of origins, if you want to call it, it's raised out more positive vibrations out of me. I do believe that where you live, the people around you have a big impact on your inner self. I'm not saying that I had negative people around me. I love the people that came into my life over the past 10 years, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for these people, because they've impacted my life so much in a positive way. But where you are, where you live, does have an impact on your inner self. And for a long time, I wasn't happy in Basildon because I was away from home. I mean, I'm a Shire boy, I'm a Cambridge lad, and home is home. There's an old saying, that there's no place like home. And this is the happiest I've ever been, and I'm not making this video just for the sake of showing off, oh, I'm so happy, I'm back home, blah blah blah. I've got a lot of work to do. I've got a lot of improvements to make within myself, but I know that I have made big improvements. So the moral of the story is to think positive and not think negative. The more negativity you think about yourself, the more negativity you have within yourself, believe me, it will manifest physically. And it's happened to me. As I said earlier in this video, I used to think negatively. I used to think I didn't deserve things, I didn't belong, I shouldn't have certain things in my life or certain people, and that manifested. And yeah, it ruined a lot of things for me. But you live and you learn. And all I can say, guys, is just think positive. Believe me. Think that you're worth something. Think that you're strong and worthy. Think that you, not just think, but know and feel it. And believe me, it will transcend on the outside. And believe me when I tell you this, what you are on the inside is a reflection of what the outside world is. Believe me, that is so true. I'm a strong believer in that. So guys, I'm gonna end this video because I've babbled on long enough, and hope I haven't bored anyone. But little bit to finish off with: think positive, be happy, and love yourself, guys. Peace out. Rez is out.